What's going on, everybody? Happy Thursday to you all. It's ready for a beer. I think I'm ready for a beer. What's up, Derek? No problems, brother. Life happens. Oh, Lee, you were at 903 today. Nice. So let's see. Puff Daddy, Triple Raspberry, Double Marshmallow, PB&J Monster, Raspberry, Blueberry, Blackberry, and PB... And the Charms Cream Ale, Milk Sugar, Cherry, and Marshmallow. That sounds awesome. I have some stuff coming up from them in rotation pretty soon. Tomorrow's the last one for the beers that I've been drinking through this week. So, got today's and then tomorrow's, and then we're back to our regularly scheduled programming. I'm just going through stuff downstairs and see what we have to review. I think I have a stout for Saturday. I'm probably do a fruited sour for Sunday. Just don't know which one yet. Well, we'll see. No, Lee sent me a picture. Okay, the Charms. I think I've had that center one. That center one, Lee? I think, yeah, I've had that one. And then I don't think I've had the regular Puff Daddy, but I haven't had the triple berry Puff Daddy. So, sounds pretty awesome, dude. Can't wait to hear what your thoughts are. Because 903 makes some bomb fruited sours. What's up, Kentucky? How you doing, brother? Hi, Pam. Hope you're doing great. Hope you guys are ready for a beer, because I'm ready for a beer. I hear you, Pam. I hear you. Well, it's 4 o'clock, people. Let's do this. Boom. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Happy Thursday to you all, and welcome to another live beer review. Today, you know what theme we're sticking with. We're doing some more of the things we don't say, double dry hopped IPAs, and today's we're going to be taking a look at one that Liquid Love Brewing Company did. It's the same recipe. Well, not same recipe as Eagle Park's. I believe they use the same hops. I'm not sure if it's the exact same recipe. But, so this one's loaded with Cashmere, Eldorado, and Azeka. But I'm really curious if they kind of changed up their their proportions of which hops they use in there. We're going to find out really quick. But Liquid Love Brewing is out of Buffalo. I think it's Buffalo Grove, Illinois. So a little bit around my area. I've never really heard of these guys until I saw this one. So that's a really cool thing that there's a brewery in my area that took part in this that I have never even heard of. So I'm really excited to try this one out. But sticking into the whole kind of theme of the things we don't say, if you guys haven't tuned in past this week, well, the Eagle Park Brewing Company teamed up with a foundation called Hope for the Day, and they decided to reach out to over breweries, like over 190 breweries in 8 different countries, to kind of put in like a collaboration effort to create the things we don't say double dry hopped IPA series, which is pretty much to bring awareness for mental health, suicide prevention, all that kind of stuff. And it's a great foundation, great kind of thing that happened. I believe it was like the actual like week of the things we don't say was last week, if I recall. But since I got all of mine in last week, like mid last week, I'm doing all of them today. Well, all of them this week. So I'm really excited for this one. All of the ones that I've had for the things we don't say have been delicious. And it's a really good mix between all the hops they use in there. Brings in nice notes of like tropical like papaya, pineapple, mango, along with a nice like piney, resiny flavor in there. So I'm really excited to drink this one. But kind of before we do that, always want to talk about what Hope for a Day is doing and like what the things we don't say IPAs kind of bring awareness to. It's just there's a lot of people that have been suffering this past year with mental health, and just even before this past year, there's always a lot of people who suffer through mental health and kind of get stuck in their own heads, which they don't reach out to anybody, they don't talk to anybody. Well, things we don't say and what Hope for a Day is doing with the craft beer community, they kind of made a nice little platform to kind of give you some resources just in case if you know somebody who's going through a situation to where if they're struggling mentally or they're going through suicidal thoughts, there's plenty of resources that are available. You can reach out to somebody, you can reach out to them. And so it's a really, really cool thing. Like, I'll show you on the can. You've seen it all week already, but there's a bunch of phone numbers for when it comes to different resources that are available to you. All those resources that are on this can are available down in the description below for you to copy, paste, put in like a little bit of post-it note situation on your computer, just in case if you ever need it, because sometimes when somebody's struggling, they don't like to reach out and talk to somebody. But what I was trying to do in my Instagram post is do yourself the due diligence, and somebody that you may think is struggling or you've been kind of noticed like a difference in behavior with somebody, reach out to them. Just ask them how their day's going, because that one little message or one little like Instagram DM you send them just asking how their day's going, hope everything's good, it can kind of spark a little bit of more excitement in their life and kind of take them out of that rut that they're in, which is really, really a cool thing that I've experienced with people reaching out to me. I've reached out to people during these tough times, but there's always somebody in our lives that is going through something. So being that person and taking the due diligence to reach out, just ask them how they're doing, just have a simple conversation with them, kind of get their mind off of things that are pondering in their head is always a really cool thing. And I think that's one of the big messages that Hope for a Day and Eagle Park have kind of created with this, is like the things we don't say is kind of the name of, if you don't say anything, you're not gonna pretty much do any help for anybody, or you're not gonna do any help for yourself. And it's on right here, it says it's okay not to be okay. Like, it's okay to be depressed, it's okay to have like some shitty thoughts in your head, because there are people out there that are there available to help you, or kind of just be there to talk to you. There's so many different resources that are available throughout the US and different countries and all that kind of stuff that give you the opportunity to talk to somebody if it's needed, which I think is a very, very great thing that the world has at their fingertips practically. So really just wanted to put that out there before we drink this one. But let's kind of get into this one. I'm really excited to drink this one because it kind of has the same 3 hops that I've had in the past couple ones, but I'm curious if Liquid Love either got their hops from a different location, because when somebody orders hops from, let's say, Illinois from somebody ordering on the West Coast to East Coast. The same hops are going to kind of bring off different flavors a little bit just by where they're grown and the kind of environment they're grown in. So I'm really excited to see if there's any difference between the 3 hops these ones use, if they source their hops from anywhere in Illinois, to kind of see if there's any different flavor notes from, said, me drinking one that I did from Divine Barrel. So this guy comes in at a 6% ABV, which some of these have kind of averaged between different ABVs. A lot of them I've seen have been 6%, but I've seen ones that are like around 8% too. But yeah, they just try to make double dry hopped. I've seen a lot of these do hazy IPAs, but I'm not sure if this is a hazy or not. It just says it's a double dry hopped India Pale Ale. But I'm excited, so let's crack this guy open and see what we're looking at here. I'm expecting some nice, like, tropical fruit flavors, not much citrus, but just like a nice creamy mouthfeel, maybe a little bit of an oily mouthfeel, but also just very nice, piney, resiny, double dry hopped IPA. So let's crack this guy open. Let's see what we got on the smell. Oh yeah, absolutely delicious. Definitely they have this one filled up all the way to the brim, which is nice. They took advantage of filling this can as much as possible. Yep, getting those nice hoppy smells along with like kind of that, getting like a papaya kind of dank, kind of musk on the smell as well, along with that nice kind of piney, kind of walking through a forest kind of pine flavor, along with like some kind of like dank resiny notes in there. Yeah, I'm excited about this one. So without further ado, let's pour this guy in there. Since it's Thursday, of course, drink it out of my Grim Army pint glass, and let's see how this guy pours. See if it's a hazy or not. Yeah, it looks like it's a hazy. Looks like it's heading towards that more of like a, maybe that lighter kind of color to it. Still has a little notes of like that darker yellow in there, but yeah, definitely a hazy IPA for sure. And look at that. Very, very nice. Has a nice kind of slightly white, slightly yellowish, like very, very light tannish yellow head to it. But yeah, very nice hazy IPA. Getting really strong notes of pine, papaya, mango, tropical fruit notes on the nose. Definitely get those strong, like hoppy bite notes as well. So without further ado, let's try this one out. So, cheers. Oh yeah, I already know this one tastes different than the other kind of ones I've had with the same hops. Definitely has more of that kind of guava papaya note to it. Not as much like mango for me, but definitely has those like different kind of tropical fruit flavors in here. Very, very smooth, very like pillowy mouthfeel. Not really, I would say it's pretty close to an accurate juice bomb, I would say. Very juicy. Very smooth. Has like a slight vegetal note to it as well. Kind of maybe like a lemongrass situation. Yeah, that's delicious. Absolutely delicious. Very, definitely more pungent on the notes than the one I had yesterday from Zipline. Because the one I had from Zipline was more like lighter flavors, like more of a crisp, kind of giving more oily of a mouthfeel. But this one's a lot more heavier on the hoppy flavors. There's a nice kind of back note of sweetness that hits there as well. Makes it very smooth, very pillowy. Has a very, very soft mouthfeel to it. Yeah, absolutely delicious. Absolutely delicious. Really like that haze color to it. Has that nice murky kind of haze. But yeah, outstanding. Outstanding. This is definitely, I'm enjoying this one a little bit more than the Zipline one I had yesterday, that's for sure. But kind of looking at what Untapped says about this one. So like I said before, it's a 6% ABV with Cashmere, Eldorado, and Azeka hops. So, and with over 250 ratings, this was an average rating of 3.91 out of 5, which is pretty good. It's almost at that 4 range, so I'm guessing if we pass the next couple weeks, we'll probably get that going up to probably around the 300 rating kind of situation. I can see that averaging above the 4 a little bit, but let's see what people have to say about this one. So this guy purchased it off Tavor saying he likes it. Pretty solid and enjoyable. Gave it a 3.75. Let's see. Another 3.75 saying good aroma, although I wish it was stronger. Flavor just okay. Which I don't know if I agree with that one. I like the flavor to it. To definitely get more back notes of like papaya and guava more than you would get like a mango pineapple as well with this one. So definitely like it. Those back notes kind of coming out a little bit more on this to kind of add like more of that kind of dank flavor with it, along with that kind of, I think maybe like the guava notes in there are kind of helping create that kind of pillowy, creamy mouthfeel to it. But let's see, we got another purchase off Tavor saying light and soft with a decent amount of hop character, mostly citrus, but no acidity or bitter rind. Which, yeah, there's really no acidity to it, and not really bitter at all. Definitely has, I would say this definitely has a lower IBU, but this guy gave it a 4 out of 5. Purchased off Tavor. Let's see, so that this guy gave it a 3.25. Let's see, we got another 4. Purchased it at, yep, so okay. Before I go on further, kind of looking at on tap, this one is actually available at Liquid Love right now. So if you're anywhere near the Buffalo Grove area, because I believe that's where they're located, yep, Buffalo Grove, you can either buy the cans of this at their brewery, or you could actually get it on tap at their tap house right now, which is a really cool thing. So if you're interested in getting your hands on this one, you have it available to you if you're in like the northwest suburbs of Illinois. But let's see what else. Let's see. Somebody gave it a 4.25. Somebody gave it a 3.25. Another purchase off Tavor. We got a 4 out of 5 purchase off Tavor. Let's see. We got a 4.25 saying nice melon flavor. Thank you so much, Liquid Love. I've little hazy. Okay. So I'm not really getting much melon notes out of this, but to me, like I said before, I'm getting more notes of like guava and papaya coming through for me. But yeah, I think they absolutely knocked out of the park with this one. This one's absolutely delicious to me. But let's look at their store and see what other stuff they have available to them right now. Because if you're ever interested in going over to Liquid Love, show them some love and see what they have available when it comes to buying something. You can get a 4-pack of the things we don't say. They have one called Do a Kickflip. Let's see. Dear to Heart. They have a bunch of shirts, hoodies, tank tops, hats, you name it. Really, really cool stuff. Let's see what other stuff they have for beer to go. They have one called Blue Manna. Let's see, Easy Peasy. But going over, let's look at what they have on tap over there. See if there's anything interesting sounding at their tap room. So, let's see. Saw them at Fireside's a lager. Dear to Heart, a dry hop pilsner. Let's see, we got Easy Peasy with the Saison. And the Blue Manna is an oat cream India Pale Ale. That sounds very interesting. I'm curious what the oats would kind of do with the pale ale. Sounds really nice. That Do a Kickflip's more of like a session ale, so probably more a little hoppy. But let's see. Then we have the things we don't say. Then we got Banana Cream Hugs, which is their fruited sour. Kind of incorporating like vanilla wafer cookies and the mash and all that stuff, and banana marshmallow. So kind of that sounds really good actually. And then Sad Thug, which I guess it's their flagship fruited sour. Which let's see, what are they adding there? Granola. Let's see, blueberry, vanilla, and milk sugar. That sounds like a blueberry parfait. Hell yeah! So if you're ever over at Liquid Love, those ones definitely sound. If you ever try the Sad Thug and the Banana Cream Hugs, let me know how they are in the comments below. I'm really curious about those two. Those actually sound absolutely delicious. But they also have some seltzer options if you're looking for a fruited seltzer. They got pineapple, banana, and coconut. They're also gluten-free, which if you have like a gluten allergy, that's a good thing to know as well. But also, if you're looking to find some more stuff from Liquid Love, I'm guessing since I found that I got this one off of Tavor, even though I usually wouldn't see stuff from Liquid Love on Tavor just because they're local to me, you could probably find their stuff on there as well. So if you're in a different state, like if you're in California, Dallas, Texas, Washington, D.C., you might be able to find other brewers from Liquid Love over there as well. But Tavor is a great option. You just kind of got to download the app and kind of see if you can get stuff delivered to you from them, because they work with a lot of small shipping companies and small courier services to deliver the beer to people. So other than that, let's kind of, before we reach and start going into breaking down this beer a little bit more when it comes to ratings, let's see what I forgot to mention, what Liquid Love's story is about and what they kind of stand for. So what they say right here is doing it for the love, which Liquid Love Brewing Co. started with a love for beer and a devotion to excellence in our ingredients. Our focus is bringing you beer that has heart. The beer we create is defined by bold flavors and tempered by our passion for delicious food and beautiful artwork. We are dedicated to collaborating with breweries both in Chicago proper as well as across the country with breweries we're glad to call friends. So, like how I've talked about before when it comes to partnerships, it's not like competition within the craft beer industry. Seeing partnerships like that and seeing breweries that are open to work with other breweries to kind of create a cool, new, different beer is what I love to see. So I really love that they like to do that. Really like their kind of love affair with art. You can definitely see that kind of thing flowing through their website when it comes to their really big art fans and all that kind of stuff. So their website's really nice. So if you ever want to go over there and kind of take a look, link is down in the description for you guys. But let's start breaking down this one so we can get the hell out of here. So, yeah. Things we don't say. Very, very solid. Can art is always going to be probably the same as they always have been this week because I'm really big fan of this. It's clean. Has all the resources on there. Like I said before, it's a really, really cool thing that they have available to you guys. So pretty much everybody that has this, you can write this down. You can put it on your desktop when it comes to putting on a post-it note just in case you need it. So that's always really, really cool that they put these resources available for you when it comes to suicide prevention, sexual assault, things for veterans, crisis text line, things for the LGBTQ youth community, trans life, and then substance abuse and mental health. So that's really, really nice to see on there. Always going to give this can art a 5 out of 5 just because I really like what they do with this one. But let's see. If I got this in a flight at Liquid Love, would I get another one? Absolutely. Really, really love the flavors in this one. Really love the haze. Really love the mouthfeel. So, absolutely delicious. I think this one might be one of my favorites I've had out of the things we don't say so far. Just because the mouthfeel is probably the most pillowy mouthfeel out of all of them that I've had. I like those more back notes of like a guava kind of like passion fruity kind of thing at the end, kind of giving more of like a dank kind of, I don't want to say an off fruit flavor, but it's definitely that more unique fruit flavor coming in from those hops that are used. So I really enjoy that. So I would definitely get another one of these on a flight for sure. I'd probably get a 4-pack to bring home, most likely. But let's see, what is my final rating for this guy going to be? I'd honestly give this a very, very solid 8.75, almost a 9 on my scale. I really, really like this one. Goes down smooth. Kind of has those flavors of tasting like it should have more ABV, so you know they packed full in this beer. A bunch of hops. Definitely getting those strong hoppy flavors. Doesn't really have any booziness to it whatsoever because it's a 6%. But having the flavors that hit you in the face like this one does kind of makes you think it's a higher percentage, which is really nice. So, Liquid Love did an absolutely outstanding job with this one. I also love like the kind of lemongrassy kind of vegetal flavor in there. Kind of bring like a slight citrus note in there to kind of give that refreshing kick in your mouth. So, very, very nice mixture of the token hops that they used with this one. So, of course, tomorrow we're going to be looking at the original one that Eagle Park came out with. So, the original 3-hop combination that Eagle Park pretty much set the recipe for this like line of beers that over 190 breweries took part in. So tomorrow I'm really excited for that one, but like I said, this one is absolutely outstanding. Easy 8.75, almost a 9 on my scale. Oh geez, Chelsea, get out of here. If anybody knows this beard and this hair, Chelsea's the only person in like the past 5 years who's actually touched it. She's the only person that's cut my hair and worked on my beard for the past, like, I think, has it been like 5-6 years now, I think? I don't know. And shouldn't you be working right now? What the hell are you doing? Get out of here. But guys, this one's absolutely outstanding. So if you can get yourself some of this one from Liquid Love, I'd highly recommend to do so. But other than that, that's pretty much it, guys. So again, thank you everybody for hanging out. You guys are amazing. Make sure that like button on your way out would help me out a lot. But other than that, I'm going to end it like I always end it. And since Thursday, we got to do the usual Thursday thing. So, say it like I always say it. If you're going to drink responsibly. Don't drink and drive. And cheers, everybody. See ya.